Hi Aries, welcome back. So Aries, this is going to be your spiritual tarot reading and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. When I was meditating on the overall Aries energy, I got some images and a song. So the image I was getting was around belief structures. They were showing me like symbols and crosses and symbols for traditions. So for whatever reason right now, Aries, what's being highlighted in your energy is talking about traditions, commitments, beliefs. Hindering beliefs is also what I'm getting. Taking a look at all of that, or all of that kind of being a focal point for whatever reason during this time frame. And interestingly enough, I got the song Like a Prayer by Madonna. I do know Madonna is a Leo. Some of you could have a Leo in your chart or be dealing with the Leo, as I also was seeing the sun symbol, which in tarot is Leo energy. And or Leo season might be a significant time for you. That is, I think, end of July through mid-August. All right. But I got mostly the beginning of the song where she says, call out my name, I believe. It'll come to me in a minute. Here. She says, like a little prayer, I'm down on my knees. I can take you there. Maybe check out the lyrics to that song, okay? I know like the video to that song was controversial way back when, but maybe take a quick gander at those lyrics and see if that resonates with you. You may also be randomly hearing that song on social media or on the radio. So if you do, that could be a sign for you, all right? So pay attention. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the reading. You have the card of Pisces here. Some of you could have Pisces in your chart, be dealing with the Pisces, or it's just the influencing vibes. I'm hearing polar opposites. So there's something else going on in the energy that feels like polar opposites, or you might be dealing with two different situations or two different people that are polar opposites, or someone who's a polar opposite to you. All right. But this card talks about compassion, healing, empathy, the more emotional side of you, Aries. Also, this talks about spirituality and like the unknown, right? What has yet to be explored. Sometimes this can be a bit of an impractical energy. Sometimes it could feel like a little bit of a fogginess, okay? And that may also be something that you're dealing with, okay? I'm sorry, that song keeps wanting to come through. Hold on a second. I keep hearing it feels like an angel's calling. Okay. Oh, yes. And now I recall why this was important. There's a lyric also in the song that says, like a mystery. So there's something that seems either mysterious to you or mystifying to you about a situation that is going on. Maybe some unknown variables there, Aries. So let's see. Yeah, as I say that, the Nine of Swords pops out. So the Nine of Swords is like a little bit of disillusionment, stress, anxiety, being stuck in your head. That could be you or someone you're connecting with. All right. So let's go into the headspace and see, Aries, if you're new to these types of readings. What I like to do is go through the headspace, the psyche, see what we can unravel there, then the emotional space and love, what's going on there, and then the bigger spiritual picture, Aries. So let's see, headspace for my Aries. Okay, so you have the Five of Cups here, the Lovers, Gemini energy for some of you. I'm sorry. This part keeps playing over and over again. I hear your voice. I have no choice. Feels like an angel's calling. I hear your voice. That's an old song. I don't know why I always get songs from that era, but I'm guessing it's because I've got a lot of viewers that connect with that era, but hey. All right, so there's a little bit of difficulty going on in the energy, a difficulty understanding something, feeling mystified by something, maybe even in your emotions about it. You have the Hermit in reverse here as well, Virgo energy, if I didn't say that before, and the Two of Discs, and that's where the polar opposite energy is coming from. It's like not being able to see something from another person's vantage point, or they not being able to see it from your vantage point, and that causing some stress here. The Hermit in reverse is like needing enlightenment, but not really being able to connect with that energy for whatever reason. You know, some of you, this is in regards to one specific person, one specific relationship, but it'll be different for each of you. There's a sense of like, wow, I wasted my time, I wasted my energy, I wasted my emotion on that. And okay, so that's what the disillusionment is, Aries, if that is the way that you're thinking about it, because Spirit is saying, well, that's not at all true, because there's no such thing as wasted time and wasted energy. This has shown you, you know, parts of yourself, Aries, that maybe you need to reflect on, okay? Maybe the part of yourself that is in opposition at times with your own self. But there's some sort of spiritual growth that has come or is coming out of this situation. And so to think of it as a waste of time is not at all even close to the truth, right? So that's why it feels bad when you think that thought, because when we think thoughts that are in opposition with what our higher self knows, it feels bad because our emotions are our guidance system. And when you're feeling negative emotions, it lets you know that whatever you're thinking about or the way that you're perceiving something is not at all in alignment with how your higher self knows it to be, right? And so something here that may initially felt like a loss, feel like a waste of time or emotion, is actually worth the struggle. It's the words that I'm getting, and that you will soon see this from a different perspective as soon as you allow that paradigm shift to occur. This might require a little bit of isolation or pulling back from whatever the situation is so that you can mull it over, and so that you can also give a little bit of space to yourself and grace to yourself. Oftentimes when we can pull away from the emotion of something, it gives us a broader perspective about what's really going on here, right? And I feel like you could benefit from kind of getting that broader perspective here, Aries. So let's see the emotional space, what we have going on there. That song keeps playing. It's like almost all I can hear. I had no choice. I have no voice. That part's important. Oh my gosh, that's a whole it's a whole reading right there. It's that 10 card. Okay. Really? Okay, I would never keep this usually, but I feel called to keep this. So this is a little narrative. I guess I will go through that quickly, but here's what's going on in the emotional space. 8 of Discs, the Teacher, and the High Priestess. Yes, Aries, there is so much growth coming in because of this, okay? There is like, you know, let me get my words straight, please. This is redirecting you to get back in touch with what's most important to you. And there is some sort of lesson or something you are learning from whatever has occurred here that's helping you to connect to your higher self, to get a higher understanding of yourself. This is kind of similar to the message I got for you in the weekly reading that I did on Sunday. Maybe check that out as well. But it's a sense of like getting back to business here. All right. What's most important to you? What can you gain from this? Being guided through your own intuition. Emotionally, some of you feel possibly just a calling. So I keep getting that word, a calling. You might actually be getting a call, but I feel this more as like a calling from source, a calling from your angels, as that song alludes to. But it's like your higher self is calling you upwards to rise up, Aries, to emotionally be mature, you know, about a situation here and to take the higher road. And you can't deny that calling. So even if you get sucked into your ego for a moment, you know, at the end of the day, if you want to feel better, you've got to elevate your vibration by rising above, okay, whatever this lower level energy is about. And that's what's going to help to connect you to your more intuitive self. And you might feel a little bit more emotional during this time frame than you usually do, but let's go into this story. So when you can tap into this intuitive, emotional, spiritual, whatever energy, it's like the universe is opening up to you, oh my gosh, in a magnificent way, the 10 of Cups, where you're feeling more connected than ever, and then realizing that the more time and energy you put into yourself, into loving yourself, the better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets. But if you don't continually work on paying attention to how you feel and staying high vibrational with your thoughts, then you could easily go backwards during this time frame, because I do feel like two polar energies here. So could just be as easy to get sucked one way as the other way, as they're showing me like an undercurrent, you know, in like the ocean, where it looks calm on the surface, but then it could quickly suck you under, like that type of emotion, right? But for the most part, like Aries, I mean, people are going to be as open to you as you are to them, right? And so you've got a lot of emotional support showing up in the form of other relationships or other avenues is the word they're giving me, but also spiritual support, you know, and it's yours for the taking. Spend your time wisely, though, and maybe be more patient, okay, with yourself, and don't be jumping to conclusions either. That could be a hindrance as well. So let's go into the big spiritual picture here. And the song is still coming through. I wanna take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power. I'm gonna go listen to that song. I think I might have gotten this song for you before. Maybe it was Leo. Anyways, all right, so you've got the Devil here. The Six of Wands. Oh gosh. And another book. You have a lot of major arcana here, right? So during this time frame, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, and Leo and Pisces might be important people that surround you, or big influences, or during those seasons, you know, like Pisces seasons, Virgo season, whatever, those might be important time frames for you to pay attention to. All right, so you have a choice here. Aries, are you going to get sucked back into the toxicity of something, fixated on something? Or are you going to be bigger than that? You know, you're going to rise above that. Because I feel like there's two polar opposite sides of you showing up. There's the part of you that's grown, that knows better, that knows it feels better as well to be the bigger person. And then there's, of course, your shadow, which all of us have, a light and a dark, that's like, no, you know, F you, a bit combative, or, you know, I heard you want to take it there. Like some of you want to take it there, or you are taking it there. Something to be just cautious about here, Aries, because one is going to net you a greater feeling of loss, and one is going to net you a greater sense of connection. So it is your choice, and there are consequences tied to what we choose when it comes to how we feel. It's just the grand design of the emotional system. It's karma, it's law of attraction that always keeps us in check, right? And so you have a choice. Which way do you want to go with that? All right. If you want to feel good, I would suggest the higher road, but your choice. So that's what I think this is about. So I got another storybook here for you. I don't know why your cards are coming out like that, but it's like seek balance here, Aries. It takes true strength to be able to see something from two sides. And you are strong enough to do that and smart enough, you know, but it does take strength to see both sides of something. But that is kind of what you're called to do in order to be able to like sail right through this. Okay, so, but your choice, they're giving me another song. Sorry, it's Sail. I don't know the artist. It's definitely a shadow song. He says, blame it on my ADD, baby. Sail. I don't know who sings that. I'm sure somebody will put it in the comments. It's like, you're going to go, whatever this is, listen, you're going to overcome it, all right? I feel like a lot of you already have, but you're on the path to overcoming it. There's a small group of you that's going to succumb to it, though. But there's a larger group of you, especially if you're drawn to this reading, that's going to overcome it. And it might take strength, yeah, but it's what's going to bring balance to the situation. And it's being able to see something from two different vantage points that allows you to sail right through this murky water here and get back on your path as to what's important to you, Aries. Right? Because on the other side of this, I'm seeing like a lot of spiritual growth here. It looks to be some supportive relationships showing up, or a supportive relationship showing up here. You know, and just overall feeling stronger, okay, about yourself. I heard a test of strength. So let's get some Osho Zen cards and a Law of Attraction card out to see what else we need to know. Yes, new vision. So there's a new vision here, you know, that's coming out of this situation. And I feel like it's a new vision of yourself. And all you have to do is go with the flow of this. Don't push against it. Don't rail against it. You know. Que sera, sera, that type of energy. What's Law of Attraction have to say? Maybe. These cards are a little bit hard to shuffle. My hands are so small. Okay, so this card says, others' opinions are less important than my emotional guidance system. I cannot make this up. This is what this whole reading was about. Let me repeat this. Other people's opinions are less important than my own emotional guidance system. Meaning other people's opinions are not as important as how you feel. All right, so let's read this. You did not intend to use the opinion of others to measure against your beliefs, desires, or actions in order to determine the appropriateness of them. Instead, you knew and still remembered long after you were born that it was the relationship between the opinion of the source within you and your current thoughts in any moment that would offer you the perfect emotional guidance towards what it is that you want. So, Aries, it's easy to get caught up in the good opinion of others, but the thing is, the only opinion that matters of you is the opinion of your higher self, and your higher self always, without a doubt, never failingly sees you as perfect and loves you unconditionally. So if you're not seeing yourself in that way and unconditionally loving yourself, then you're out of alignment with your higher self and how they perceive you. And a lot of us get out of alignment because we start looking to other people to tell us how we should feel about ourselves. And it can never be about that, because those other people, they don't know you and they don't have the ability to unconditionally love you. There's only one source of unconditional love, and that is source. All right, your higher self. So look to that for your validation and nowhere else. And that's where true empowerment begins, Aries, and that's where you're headed. So bravo. And zodiac signs you might be dealing with. I have Pisces, Virgo, Pisces again, Gemini, Aquarius, Leo, Libra, Capricorn. Those could be in your chart or influencing energies or people you're dealing with. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do go live there as well. Tarot Time with Dana, all of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section, where you can find my Facebook and Instagram link, as well as the donation link. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Either way, I am wishing you guys the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.